A warm welcome to the newsroom. I am Fidelia Aguncha. Nigeria now has 373 confirmed COVID-19 cases after the National Center for Disease Control (NCDC) announced 30 new cases on Tuesday. 24 of the new cases are in Lagos, 2 in the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, while Kano, Akwa Ibom, and Edo State had 1 case each. So far, 99 of the confirmed cases have recovered from the ailment, while 11 deaths have been reported in the country. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) has recommended the use of face masks to members of the public without respiratory symptoms. The health agency said face masks can act as an additional layer in the battle against COVID-19 in the country, but added that it was not compulsory. An advisory issued by the agency on Tuesday urged older people with pre-existing conditions to wear face masks, while also adding that persons visiting crowded places like markets should do the same. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) says Nigeria's security agencies have killed 18 citizens since the lockdown regulations on the COVID-19 pandemic were enforced. Tony Ojukwu, NHRC Executive Secretary, said majority of the victims were killed during attempts to enforce the coronavirus lockdown and similar regulations. The federal and state government had locked down various parts of the country to curb the spread of COVID-19, which has so far killed 11 persons in the country. The NHRC says in addition to the reported extrajudicial killings, the security agencies have allegedly carried out 33 incidents of torture, 27 incidents of violation of rights to freedom of movement and unlawful arrest, 19 incidents of seizure of properties, and 13 incidents of extortion. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has approved the release of 72 convicts from the Kaduna and Kafanchan correctional centers as part of the government's efforts to check the spread of COVID-19. The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Aisha Diko, who announced the release of the inmates on Tuesday, said 69 of the convicts were released in Kaduna, while 3 were freed in Kafanchan. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced the suspension of U.S. funding to the World Health Organization. Trump, who announced the development at a press conference, said he took the decision because the WHO had covered up the seriousness of the COVID-19 outbreak in China before it spread around the world. He adds that, quote, a review is being conducted to assess the World Health Organization's role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus. South Korean voters turned out in force on Wednesday despite the coronavirus threat to cast their ballots in a parliamentary election. South Korea is among the first countries with a major virus outbreak to hold a national vote since the global pandemic began, and a raft of safety measures were put in place around the poll. A Newcastle United takeover has moved a step closer after new document shows owner Mike Ashley has entered into a charge agreement with potential buyer Amanda Staveley. Staveley is leading the bid, which involves Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund and the Reuben brothers. The Premier League has also been informed of the potential deal and is understood to have begun the process of carrying out checks under its owners and directors' tests. Well, that's the latest from the newsroom. Many thanks for joining us. I am Fidelia Aguncha. Bye for now.